Good morning, folks. Back on this project. It's day 2, and Dad's throwing the seed out to it. It's not going to take us very long. Love that new Lesco seeder that we got. That thing was a pretty penny thing. It was about 350 bucks, but it is super nice. It's definitely a step up above what we used to have. And but this seed right here, I do want to go over one thing and talk about something here. So we were on a project doing a project tandem with another landscaper, and we did the grading part and then they did the seeding, but we're kind of there all together and finishing it up. It was a big project, and we always take our stuff a step further with the poly roller and all that good stuff and make sure the seeds gets pressed into the ground. But what those guys did, they took it even a step further, and they took a leaf rake, and after they applied the seed heavy like this, they took the leaf rake and flipped it upside down, and I'm fixing to show you, and they kind of mixed it in with the soil, and then we hit it with a roller. And I'll tell you what, the grass right now, the results is very dense and very thick. Let me show you what I'm talking about here with the rake. All right, folks, so I'm gonna go up here where Dad started and kind of show you what I'm talking about. That crew that we worked with, they took the leaf rake and flipped it upside down, and they mixed it in. They took it a step further, and those guys are really top notch. The attention to detail is immaculate when it comes to this, and so I'm gonna try the little trick of the trade from them guys, kind of steal their little tip and see what kind of different results that we might get, because that yard came up really full in about 11 days. So, but what they were doing, they flipped it up and they just did this, just kind of lightly feathered it. And what that's doing is getting the seed kind of mixed in, and then we'll hit it again, another pass after I do this to the whole area, and then we'll put our straw down, and then we'll roll it in. But it's easy. Another one of those things, it doesn't take that long to do, and I've never really seen it before, and so we're going to try it out. But this takes a little bit more time on the front end of things. It really does help with the results, getting a good stance of grass up.
Good evening, folks. Hey, we're wrapping up this little project here. I know Wyatt touched on breaking that seed in and going that extra step, what that crew did over there on that other project. But you can see right here, Wyatt's rolling this thing. Weston, he's up there kind of beating down the heavier little straw bats. But Wyatt's rolling this thing, got that roller filled up with water. That thing don't look heavy, but that thing fully loaded, I think it weighs about 275 pounds. And but what it does, it mashes that seed in the ground. You've seen it on other videos if you've looked at some of our videos, but you can see it lays the straw down. We're going to do a little extra step today too. We got the hose out. Weston's getting ready to start wetting this thing down. They're predicting some high winds this afternoon, 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock this evening. A lot of rain. Don't know exactly what the rain's going to do, but you know, we're going to put a little bit of water on this straw. Hopefully to lay it down. But that's kind of what we got. We're finishing this project up. We've got another little job we've got to go do in Greensboro. That we had some torrential rains on Saturday. We had a little washout. We've got to go repair it. That's the only thing about this seeding these yards and stuff. You know, these people pay for this stuff, and then all of a sudden you get a storm this afternoon or tomorrow before the seed comes up, and hell, it washes down. I mean, it just washes away. You know, the people say, hey, what do I do about that? And we've always, ever since I've been doing this, I always go back and fix that. you know, because, you know, the people can't help it. We can't help it. And, you know, it's just kind of going that little extra step to make sure your customer's taken care of. And they'll remember that. They will. But he's talking about that raking that seed, or turning that rake upside down. And I know he showed you that, and that's a good thing. Those results on that yard was unreal on that project over there. But then he had irrigation too. But what I'm getting at, the fellow, my friend of mine that we helped over there, he said this is what I learned from an old timer. And where I'm going with this, anytime that somebody say, hey, I picked this up from an older gentleman or an older lady or anybody that's done it back in the past, there's something to that. I mean, you've got the internet now, you've got Google, you've got all this information right at your fingertips. But I'm gonna tell you what, the old timers back in the day, they had it figured out way before all this stuff become Google and high-speed internet and all that stuff, information. They had it figured out. They knew what to do, how to do it, when to do it. So anytime you guys can hear something that's been passed down somebody, a little trick of the trade or something like that, kind of open up your ears and kind of listen. You know, try it. If it works, good. If it don't, then you know you ain't out a whole lot. But that's kind of where we at. I'm gonna shut this thing off. These guys, they cleaning up. I'm gonna go down here and load the truck. We got to get on back to Greensboro and see if we can get on to something else. But I appreciate you guys hanging in here watching our videos. We appreciate all of you guys watching. And if you can, on this video, let's see if we can't hit 50 likes on this thing. I know we haven't put out any videos here lately, but man, we've been swamped with work, and we've had some jobs we couldn't film on, stuff like that. But we're gonna try to do it. We're gonna try to do a little bit better on some of this stuff. Try to get a few more videos out, maybe, and like I said before, we're not in this for the money or trying to make a bunch of big money on this thing. We enjoy it. We'd like to get up there and hit that 1,000 subscribers. If you guys watch us, like what you see, hit them buttons for us and see if we can't get 45, 50 likes on this thing. We'll put it up. But let me get this truck loaded up. These boys, they'll be done here in just a little bit. We're gonna get on back down the road, maybe give us a bite to eat, try to finish out the day here shortly. All right, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.